there's no points, right? Because it's an exhibition. So that's what's interesting is Floyd's making more money than anybody, and he's boxing people who have no chance of beating him, and he's doing it as an exhibition. It doesn't even hurt his record.
Legacy a little bit.
Yeah, a little bit.
And that's what I feel like's happened with Mayweather.
Why do you think he does those things, though? Do you think
for money?
I
don't think he's got the money he says. That's what I think.
You think he still needs the money?
I don't think he needs the money. But you know when you got that lifestyle, right? So when you're spending what he's spending.
It's a lot of it.
Joe Rogan recently hosted comedian Ali Saadi on his podcast, and the discussion soon moved toward Floyd Mayweather. What started as basic respect for Mayweather's career evolved into a more pointed examination of how he's living today. They focused on his string of exhibition bouts, his pattern of high spending, and a bold public statement claiming he controls more than 60 properties across New York City. Rogan addressed the claim directly without softening his view. He suggested that if the property story isn't accurate, it signals a clear reason behind Mayweather continuing to take exhibition matches, earning ongoing income.
So that's what's interesting is Floyd's making more money than anybody, and he's boxing people who have no chance of beating him, and he's doing it as an exhibition. It doesn't even hurt his record.
Because of the drug of boxing.
Just also like money.
Just like but I don't even think he don't need any money.
He spends so much money.
Yeah, but he don't need any.
Floyd, are you sure?
Yeah, Floyd could.
I bet if he's planning for the future, you got to keep it coming.
Mayweather's relationship with money is as famous as his perfect fight record. He created a public identity centered on extreme wealth, even adopting the name Money Mayweather. He regularly displays luxury through private jets, rare cars, diamond-covered watches, and bags packed with cash he nicknamed the pregnant bag because it is stuffed with millions. That flashy image became his trademark, yet it also reflects non-stop financial pressure, forcing him to keep fighting to support it over a long time.
You got to keep it coming in if you're going to keep spending the way he spends.
Yeah, but I think he has a lot of other business interests that he can get money from.
Hopefully.
And not just boxing. But it's the drug of getting.
Next came his claimed move into property ownership. In a recent social media boast, Mayweather said he bought 60 Upper Manhattan buildings for $42 million, fully paid without financing. He shared clips touring the locations, meeting residents, and showing paperwork. He stated the portfolio includes more than 1,000 rental apartments managed through VA properties, presenting the deal as his own all-cash move to position himself as a major real estate investor.
I love bringing people into my lifestyle, showing people how I live. Now, I know you guys see me on the regular talking about real estate. Well, lately, I purchased 62 apartment buildings in New York City. And what I need you guys to do, slide over, check out the photos. It's not all 62 buildings, it's a few buildings, but guess what? All the buildings belong to me. I don't have no partners. And all the retail down low on my buildings all belong to me. Guess what?
At first glance, the move looked like a powerful career shift, a champion boxer becoming a major housing investor while claiming to support affordable living projects. Mayweather described the purchase as personal, tied to his difficult childhood and his intention to help communities like the one he grew up in. He presented it as a long-range plan focused on stability and impact, not showmanship. However, follow-up research raised doubts. Property filings indicate he may not control the entire portfolio. Records connect the buildings to black spruce. Management, suggesting his role could be partial, possibly a minority ownership position.
And I'm pointing like this because all of
Mayweather continues promoting the claim online, describing himself as the primary owner. He posts walkthrough videos, talks with residents, and labels himself Manhattan's landlord. Rogan questioned the narrative but didn't fully reject it. He argued Mayweather understands how public perception works. When he presents himself in charge and repeats the message confidently, many people believe it, which matches his long-standing skill at shaping his public image.
At least 6 months with one of my new investments, I would be making $300 million a month.
What investment is that?
In real estate. I'm heavy in real estate, even though I got a lot of cash. OPM. You don't always have to use your money. That's why it's very important for y'all to make sure y'all.
What caught Rogan's attention more than the real estate story was the recurring pattern. Mayweather no longer needs standard competition. His record is perfect, his reputation secure, and his fortune already enormous. Still, he keeps agreeing to exhibition matches. These are not championship contests, but controlled events versus influencers and minor figures, each bringing major payouts, often ranging from $10 to $20 million or higher.
I owe that money to the IRS. How much does he owe?
It's in the $20+ million range.
It's a lot of money, man.
But it's not something that he's been, it's not like deception.
No.
It's just neglect to pay.
Neglect. And it's also like, I think, and there is like a truth to this. He makes...
Rogan asked a simple question. If Mayweather is truly retired, why keep fighting? The answer is clear. He has to. It's not about legacy or fun. It's about sustaining extreme spending. His lifestyle consumes vast sums, and exhibition matches provide the perfect solution. He dictates the terms, faces low-risk opponents, and ensures his record stays intact. These fights are entertainment, not serious competition, yet the earnings are massive. For Mayweather, they're like printing money while avoiding any real threat to his undefeated status.
The best investments that I did was New York real estate. So it started off with 7 figures, and I was getting a certain amount of money every month. When I first gave them $5 million, I was getting $50,000 a month. So I said, yo, the money kept coming on the 18th every month. 50,000 would come in. I still was competing, I still was fighting, I still was active, and I still was making...
Rogan highlighted a striking contradiction in Mayweather's life, a duality few can match. On one hand, he's seen leaving clubs with entourages and briefcases of cash. On the other, he avoids alcohol, jogs home at 4 a.m., and maintains peak condition year-round. This discipline contrasts with his flashy spending, reflecting constant planning and focus. Even exhibition fights receive world title-level preparation. By balancing party king persona with fitness dedication, he preserves his brand, body, and mystique. That duality captivates audiences, creating the impression he's always in control, above the chaos, despite what the headlines suggest.
Floyd Mayweather, in this article, it states that he's spending $402 million in real estate investment in a 1,000-unit affordable housing portfolio in Upper Manhattan. The portfolio includes over 60 buildings and is one of the city's largest real estate deals of the year.
Wow. Well, thank you, Floyd Mayweather, for investing into New York real estate.
Rogan pressed on the real estate topic, focusing less on whether Mayweather actually owns all 60 buildings and more on why he claims it. As he ages and fights become rarer, Mayweather seeks new ways to shape his identity. Presenting himself as a real estate investor helps craft a lasting legacy, signaling he's more than a boxer. He's a businessman creating something enduring, not just showing off.
I believe in building generational wealth. Even like when my children, all 4 of my children are adults. And I told them, no more handouts, because I feel like I'm hurting.
Rogan stays doubtful. The claim that Mayweather spent $400 million cash solo seems more like image crafting than reality and doesn't match public records. Yet Mayweather persists, reinforcing the story to show he's active, in charge, and expanding his empire. Any upcoming exhibition fight, even against a social media figure, would confirm the narrative. Every post, building, and public appearance is part of maintaining both his wealth and carefully curated persona, requiring ongoing effort to protect the idea of who he is.
I think the problem with shining is when it defines you.
Yeah.
The problem when you just, everything is flat, like Floyd Mayweather in a way.
Yeah.
It's part of his persona. It's part of why people root against him. Like Floyd is a genius, in my opinion. Not just a genius boxing, he's the greatest defensive boxer, in my opinion, of all time. But also a genius in that he figured out a way where he has this style that's not appealing to a lot.
What Rogan observes isn't a man struggling or lost. It's someone who's mastered the art of appearing wealthy in a world that devours fame and fortune. The cash, the exhibition bouts, the real estate ventures, it's all part of a carefully curated performance. Boxing has become secondary. Survival and perception are the true focus. In a culture that quickly forgets past champions, Mayweather is ensuring he remains unforgettable. His real battles are against time, irrelevance, and the relentless demands of his extravagant lifestyle. As long as there's an audience and a paycheck, he'll keep performing, not for accolades, but to sustain the empire and image he built. Yet his post-retirement moves continue to stir debate. Critics question more than just his opponents or paydays. His choices now spark verbal clashes. Recently, fellow boxing legend Oscar De La Hoya publicly challenged Mayweather, urging him to prioritize his legacy over exhibition matches, reminding him at 50 that his legend should outshine fleeting financial gain.
Floyd, you're 50 years old. You're a legend in the sport. I've stood up for you in countless interviews, including Shannon Sharp's podcast last week. But you have to stop embarrassing yourself with these exhibitions. I know life is hard. I know life is expensive. But come on, dude, put your legacy first. Nobody wants to remember you like this. And it gets worse. Your jeweler filed a lawsuit against you in Miami. And many are saying you're gonna have to sell off your assets.
The message was blunt, personal, and clearly struck a nerve with Mayweather, who doesn't take challenges to his legacy lightly. He responded on social media with a post that read like a manifesto. Retirement, he insisted, isn't retreat. It's freedom. The freedom to fight on his terms, choose his opponents, and continue earning millions. For him, retirement isn't slowing down. It's about controlling his life, selecting adventures, and refining success rather than stepping away from it, turning every choice into both opportunity and profit.
Where did you get that business sense? Because you surpassed everybody in boxing and sports and everything in general. I'm watching you as like, you bigger than the NFL franchise.
You know, every time I got around my billionaire buddies, I was more like, it's cool to come over your house, but I need a house like this. It's cool to ride on your yacht, but I need a yacht like this. It's cool to ride on your jet, but I want a jet like this. And I said, no, I don't want to ride on yours. You show me how to get it. You can't be my friend if you can't show me how to get it. Once they show me how to get it, then I can install it in my children.
It's a bloodline.
If you know Mayweather, one post wasn't enough. He followed up with more, targeting critics he called bitter, jealous, envious loser stalkers. True to form, he was blunt, unfiltered, and unapologetic, pointing out that some people are so unhappy they obsess over others. But it wasn't just personal. His posts sparked a broader discussion about race, wealth, legacy, and societies, unease with athletes who defy expectations. One post even read like a full declaration of independence, asserting control over his image and choices.
In the beginning, you know, I feel like people was rooting for me, wanted the best for me. And the more and more as I accomplished more and kept accomplishing things, then you start seeing like different things. Then you start saying, he's a wife beater, or he's not that smart, or you're so many different things. And I just feel like, okay, you're entitled to believe whatever you want.
People expect athletes to go broke, not build wealth, and to show flash instead of financial savvy. Mayweather is flipping that script with his own money, mind, and choices. That may bother some, but it says more about them than him. He's rewriting the narrative, refusing to follow past patterns of legends losing fortunes. To many, his exhibition. Fights are a clever move, earning millions against low-risk opponents like influencers, MMA fighters, and unknown boxers, turning entertainment into massive, safe profits.
Some of the biggest artists, you wouldn't even know, because my name don't have to be on everything.
I have to be the marquee.
Yeah, because sometimes if you put your name on certain things, you got people that's gonna be jealous. So I was like, I'm gonna have my name on it to collect it.
Mayweather is maintaining peak condition, keeping his name in the spotlight and continuing to profit from the brand he built over decades. Critics, like De La Hoya, see it differently, arguing each exhibition chips away at his legacy, turning a legendary defensive fighter into a spectacle chasing money over prestige. But is that fair? He isn't risking serious injury or facing top challengers. These bouts are essentially glorified sparring sessions for an audience. He performs, earns massive payouts, and exits unscathed. If fans willingly pay, it's a smart way to reinforce his brand while securing substantial income, not diminishing his reputation.
How much is it? $1.8 million.
$1.8 million watch.
$1.8 million, dude?
You're the first to see it.
That's insane. That
1.8 is high. 18 life.
That happy birthday, champ. That's how we doing. 1 point. That is sick, dude.
Wow. You gotta show them when to say it.
Criticism persists because sports has an unspoken rule. Champions should gracefully step aside, stay out of the spotlight, and leave the stage once their peak passes. Mayweather ignored that rule. He's not just competing past his prime, he's thriving, earning more than many fighters ever do, handling business deals, real estate, and new ventures. Yet instead of praise, he faces backlash. His success challenges expectations. proving that a champion can keep performing, profiting, and expanding his empire even when the world expects him to retire quietly.
Just another ordinary day, chilling in the EWB Rolls Royce. For those that don't know what an EWB is, that's an extended wheelbase Rolls Royce. I need to leg me. I know I ain't that tall, about 5'8.5", some days 5'9", but it is what it is. Chilling, sitting right here watching the Thriller in Manila, Ali versus Frazier documentary. Come check it out.
Floyd never gave the public the emotional story they wanted. He wasn't the underdog, humble, or the people's champ. He was the villain, dominating opponents, avoiding punches effortlessly, flaunting his wealth, and demanding attention rather than seeking love. That same energy persists today. Often, people question his achievements instead of celebrating them. Racism, envy, and outdated stereotypes drive much of the doubt, overshadowing the skill, discipline, and strategic power moves that built his unmatched career and continued success.
We got options, options, options. I got about 100 cars, but right here, we like to call this the Sweet 16. Lambo, Ferrari, 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 Lambo, Maybach, a Maybach, whatever you want to call it.
That's more than a clapback. It's a critique of the system. Mayweather challenges the boxing world and media, suggesting they don't want to see a black man succeed without hardship. The public loves stories of struggle, but when a fighter truly thrives, criticism follows. Mayweather refuses to conform. He studied, invested, and is building a lasting legacy on his terms. Success for him isn't just surviving, it's thriving, regardless of whether others accept it, proving he can dominate both inside and outside the ring.
It was crazy that everybody keep asking me, why you not coming back to fight? Why you not coming back to fight? So I look at the fight game, I said, okay. I said, you know, fighters fighting, they make 3 million, 4 million, 6 million, 7 million. Some may make 10 or 20 million, but I'm doing exhibitions and I'm making 20, 25 million, 100 million for exhibitions. So why would I come back and fight?
It's that whether they like it or not attitude that defines Mayweather. He doesn't seek approval from De La Hoya, fans, or the media. He moves on his own terms, which fuels ongoing controversy. De La Hoya embodies boxing's old guard, valuing legacy over wealth, believing real contenders matter more than exhibitions, and insisting that true legends act accordingly. Mayweather, by contrast, prioritizes his choices, his brand, and his empire, challenging traditional expectations while proving he can thrive beyond the conventional rules of the sport.
The money man is back. I'm here in New York City with the one and only Benny the Jeweler. Benny, tell the people what you sold me today.
See what's going on. We got the Eye of the Tiger factory on a full pave bracelet.
And tell the people about this, please.
We got the white tag with it too.
That's an extra 20,000 from what he told me.
Yes, sir.
Money made, and y'all know.
That's the battle unfolding, and Mayweather isn't retreating. He's no longer the kid taking orders. He's the promoter, fighter, manager, marketer, and investor all in one. He knows this unsettles people, but the message is clear. Respect the hustle instead of overanalyzing it. Love him or hate him. Floyd forces the sport and the world to confront what success looks like when you've already won. Share your thoughts in the comments and subscribe for updates.